Perfect. You're here. Take a seat. That was a demand, not a request, by the way, dear. Good. Now, I suppose I should start off with how today's debrief and experiment will be a tad on the unorthodox side, as both will be occurring right here in my office. As you've already noticed, there's a singular die on my desk in front of you, and no, don't go messing with it just yet now. You don't even know what the thing does. For all you know, touching it could have caused your head to instantly explode. Okay, fine. I suppose it is fair to assume that nothing that dramatic would happen, since I am conducting this experiment inside of my office. But still, you ought to be more careful. What you have in front of you is an instance of SCP-1125. As you can see, the words yes, no, and maybe are each painted onto the die twice in a charcoal-based ink atop their yellow surfaces. Now, due to how unremarkable the physical characteristics of the dice are, actual instances of SCP-1125 and their standard counterparts are near impossible to identify from each other without the original packaging or without their anomalous properties being triggered. The packaging itself is your standard clear plastic container that has a cardboard insert with the words, "The Factory," very original, I know, and the slogan, "They'll make up your mind," in bold red lettering outlined in white. Now, when it comes to that slogan, they do mean it quite literally. You see, when someone asks a question and rolls one of the dice, whatever response the die lands on will dictate the response of the roller. So, say you ask, "Should I clap my hands?" and you roll it and it lands on yes. You would then be compelled to clap your hands, and this is outside of your own control. Now, again, that is a very simple and harmless example. Subjects tend to get a tad addicted in a way, desiring to use the dice to determine all of their choices. In a previous experiment, a D class was asked to use SCP-1125, and it got to the point where they asked it if they were allowed to breathe. This resulted in them rolling a maybe, which then compelled them to roll again, after which their answer was a no. Due to the anomalous properties of the die, the subject complied, their last words on record being a faint restatement of the question, "Should I breathe?" before rolling again, after which the transcript is cut off, and it can be assumed that the subject has either passed out or passed on. So, as you can see, just a tad more demanding than your average set of dice. They'll push you to accomplish tasks even if they risk your own well-being. And since that's something we're already well aware of, I'm more inclined to see what would happen if you were given a task that you are physically impossible in being able to complete. Now, not something that would end your life, just something you wouldn't be able to accomplish at all. Say, asking the dice if you should fly, and what would happen if you landed on a yes for that. We'll take this slowly, of course. There's no need to jump right into it immediately, and we do want to ensure you don't lose yourself too quickly. To help with that, I will be instructing you on which questions to ask. That way we won't have you blacking out in my office. Gods know that if Dr. Thompson hears the thud of you hitting the floor in here, then he'll be practically breaking my door down. All right. Now, let's start off nice and simple. Should I clap my hands? All right, it looks like you got a no for that one. Okay. Should I stand up? Maybe you'll have to... good. You're already rolling it again. Yes. Okay. And you got a yes this time, and you are up. Lovely. Should I leave this office? Lucky you. You rolled a no on that one. I really didn't want to have to go and retrieve you myself, but it is a good question to see if you're willing to do something that is possibly damaging to your well-being. But we can continue on, and we can continue on privately. Should I help Dr. Hotha's escape? Ask it again. I don't care that this is the 82nd no or maybe you've gotten. Ask it again. We're going to keep this up until we get a yes.
What are you doing?
Nothing.